Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. We're going to be talking about Zack and Sephiroth's new magic banners that just dropped. They're both really incredible. One making them the best fire, the other one making a very incredibly powerful AoE non-elemental. Both of these and the previous banners are great banners to go for, no matter what you are, new, old. Go for the character that you want to work on or amplify, being like, okay, Cloud has worked on all these other elements, I might as well give him more elements. That's totally fine, right? Go for whatever element you're missing, favorite character, waifu, husbando, whatever you want to do. But there is more weeks to this anniversary, and most likely another character is coming out, and they might be a very powerful buffer slash healer, or maybe another amazing DPS. So since this banner is here until April 7th, don't make a decision yet. The ranking event's gone, right? There's no rush, nothing's ending, everything's there. So take your time and don't pull right away. Wait till the last day. But with that being said, let me give you a wish list, how good these weapons are, how do they compare to other characters, and if it's something you guys might want on your roster. Starting off with Zack. So, Zack is going to be the first option I'm going to be showing off here. His costume looks incredible, just in case once this banner is gone, if you guys want to come back and see this, this is what his entire setup looks like. He looks great. His actual weapon itself is making him the best fire DPS in the game for many reasons. One copy has that now boost all magic attack for all allies. So if you main him on the first hand and just hold that, you're going to boost the entire party's attack, magic attack, plus 60 and an extra 18% on top of it. Then he's got boost fire, but it's only plus 8. And they did this so that you can't max out Zack's fire potency to 120% without running full 30 or sorry, full set of fire weapons. They didn't want you to do it with only 4 weapons. They want you to do it with 5 weapons. So what's really unique about this though, it's got X Sigil, magic boost and all that, but it's at 850. At first glance, you're like 850, the other weapons are 900 potency. When Zack is at 70 HP or more, it gets a 1.2 multiplier. Putting this over 1000, I believe it's 1020 potency on an element, making him the strongest elemental damage dealer in the game, especially when it comes to fire. Really cool to see that. And now that we have this boost on top of it, this weapon is super, super good. And then, of course, it's an Arcanum, 35% boost magic, right? So this complements itself like crazy. So the actual wish list you guys want to go for, if you pull for Zack, you're going to have a very powerful fire magical Zack on your team, and he's got plenty of options to go along with it. My recommendations is Sun Umbrella. You can't go wrong wish listing this weapon. For this magic user, next magic user, this is always that filler that makes your DPS that much stronger. My second option here is Flamethrower. Highly recommend it because it does have boost magic attack, and he doesn't have any with the current build I'm going to suggest. You've got his second hand weapon, which has the highest boost fire in the game. It goes to 52 with 31 attack. And it's also AoE, so you could do AoE damage. Highly recommend that alongside his new weapon. I'm going to go with Rage Caller here instead of Sephiroth's weapon because it gives 62 boost attack and just enough fire to make it worth it. Now, in options of survivability, the best choice is Power Soul, because Power Soul goes up to magic attack 640. It's a magic based weapon, giving you 39 boost magic ability. And if you're rocking Sun Umbrella, that's going to put you in the 39 category, giving you a boost of 60% in attack stance for magic ability. So very, very powerful. Let me show you guys what it looks like. I didn't pull. I'm still deciding what I'm going to pull for, but I have a little mock-up. So pretend that Ifrit Blade is a new fire weapon. The issue that if you take away that fire weapon and you give Zack something that has like nothing HP wise, 5,709 HP is not the greatest thing to try to rock, especially when you've seen the newer quest, the high score challenge we just did. It's not a lot of HP. So you want it to be able to have an HP weapon there. So I do recommend those Power Souls because it's still going to be very powerful. But overall, this is what it's going to look like. Zack's Crystal Sword in the second hand because of how powerful that is. And in the back, you're going to rock this. And if you do this all properly, Flamethrower has 39, cut in half is 19 for fire ability. Rage Caller fully maxed out is 26, cut that in half. That's 32, plus the new weapons fire is 26. And this is cut in half, 52 divided in half, that's 52, right? So the 52 plus a 32 in the back, you're going to 84 points, which gets you to 110 fire potency on this build. So that makes it very heavy hitting. Your boost attack because of Rage Collar. Rage Collar cut in half is 31 points. Plus the Crystal Sword is 15. That gives you 46, putting you at 20% increase. And then because you have the two magic attack, one from Sun Umbrella, one from Flamethrower, this puts you at the 45 mark, which is 40%. You're missing 10% right here. So that is really, really strong. The survivability, I recommend taking away Rage Collar and then putting in that Power Soul that we were talking about, Tifa's weapon, this one right here. And if you do that, like I said, the boost magic ability will bring you to 60%. So even though you're going to lose that, because you're dropping from 20 to 7%, because now all you have is a Crystal Sword, you're losing 13% attack, but you're increasing from just Aerith's weapon, the Sun Umbrella, which would have been at 15 by itself, because it's not going to 25, you're gaining 30% more damage. It's not the proper element, and it's not going to your stat, but it is giving you increase of 30%. But it does raise your HP. So you take away Rage Collar, put that on, and now your HP is going higher and higher. Obviously, take away this costume, take away this weapon, and then fully max it out. But you can see 6,662 without a fully maxed out version. Fully maxed out version is 45, and you would cut that half into 23, which is 30%. Right? So 30% is better than nothing, which would get you killed. So that's my recommendation on wishlist for Zack. Best DPS for fire at the moment with the highest potency. This is the wish list I recommend that you pull for because it holds all the DPS and then that little survivability. You could mix in other magic HP, magic attack stance, right? You can mix and match it, but this is a pretty solid choice overall. There is other pieces you can pick here and there, but these weapons can also be applied to another character, especially Sun Umbrella and Power Soul. This can go to anyone that's a magic based. So that is Zack. If you guys are going for Zack, highly recommend it. If you need a fire magical character, if you're new and you like them, go for it. No problem. All right, Sephiroth. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Arcanum, Big Bad dies because I have the proper element. Glenn, Cloud, they all have an Arcanum, but Sephiroth comes in with a non-elemental weapon, the Protector's Blade. So this one is very cool. At OB 120, no overboost, level 120, you get that, again, 18% to the entire party on the main hand, offhand, anyone holding it 14%, just like Zack's for magic. It has a circle sigil plus 220% materia slots, and it comes in with the boost attack stance because this is going to be a non-elemental build at 39. So 46, 39, very, very powerful, 667. Its ability is 900% magic, non-elemental, AoE crit. It hits AoE, but that's not it. If it's a single target enemy and you're only facing one, you multiply that damage by 1.3. This thing goes well over 1,100 attack on a single target non-elemental, and then it does 900% to everyone. And with the current weapons in the game and the new level 120 system, he has the perfect magic attack stance with his new weapon or new armor that has HP, which is good, and I'm going to show you why, and magic ability mastery. So, you know, Cowgirl Tifa costume gave attack stance. This is solely alone a 15% increase just for wearing it. You don't need no extra points. It doesn't go with your attack stance on the other one. This is separate. So Sephiroth will hit 135% attack stance bonus once I show you what the build is. If you fully max out this Sephiroth, so here's the equivalent. This Tifa right here, right? Same idea. The costume has that physical, but has that 15%, but for physical, and you just stack all the physical attack stance and all that. So this is Sephiroth. He has one of the best setups when it comes to this. He has maxed out 80%, 40%, plus his costume 15. If you run it like this, you'll have survivability, HP, which I told you is really good. We didn't want magic attack because we're going to max out magic attack. You're going to run his new weapon in the main hand, which we're going to pretend this is it. Boost magic is going to be at 39, which is at 60%. All we need is 20 more points to get over here. And to get the last 20 points, we're going to rock Sun Umbrella. Sun Umbrella cut in half, 19 points. From the 39, you only need 20 if you're at 35. From the 39, 19, 58, 80%. Boom! Chalked up 80%. Huge. Okay, next. Inobi. It's a buffing weapon. ×3 magic at OB6. So magic attacks increase from himself and regen, plus it has HP on it, and he's got plus 10 HP, fully maxed out, 31 points, cut in half, 15, plus his 10 from his costume, 45% increase in HP. He's going to survive a ton of hits, right? And then we have that second boost attack stance, which gives it to a physical and magical. That goes towards your summon. So your summon gets a boost from both of these, but your attacks get a boost of 40. So the 80% plus 40, we're going to be at 120. And that's because a maxed out Ainobi is 39 points, right? 39 points plus Crystal Cross, 39 points. So half and half, 39. And then the last 39 off of Mithril Saber, another 39 cut in half is 19. 19 and 39, what does that make? 58 points, that 40%. So we now have the maxed out equivalent to an element, fire, wind. It's our attack stances. That's how we make this build stronger. That's 120 there, 15 from the costume, and our back weapons all equal boost magic attack stance. Sorry, boost magic attack, right? All 46. So 46 plus 46 plus 46. You divide that by half, putting you well over the 55 you need, right? So 46 and 23, you're going to get that 50% increase. You could run, and this is different. If you don't have Ainobi and you don't want the survivability, it's not as good. You might as well boost. Or if someone else is boosting magic attack, then what you do is run Shinra Blade and then put Heavy Hauser here. If you run Shinra Blade and Heavy Hauser, that ends up giving you boost attack of 20%. I know I can't show you here. Let me do abilities, special, this one. And these are two good weapons you can put on any setup. But if you run this instead, having Heavy Hauser and Shinra Blade fully maxed out would be boost attack increase of 46. And 46 gives you 20% increase. So this is technically 13%, which is 3% more than just running. Let's just say you were running Shinra Blade here, and then you ran this. If you were to put in Mithril Sword instead, you'd get 10%, but because you put Heavy Hauser, it mixes with Shinra Blade, giving you from 7%, just Shinra Blade by itself, to 20. So that's 30% increase instead of Mithril Sword increasing boost attack for only 10%. But I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys run Mithril Sword and you run Ainobi. Huge amount of survivability, a self-buff, regen, and fully maxed out stance. You can't go wrong. So this is what your banner is going to look like. I know I showed you a little bit different. You're going to take away Heavy Hauser, put Cloud's Mithril Saber, and you're laughing. If you want that variety and for any attack or magic, having these two, Shinra Blade and Heavy Hauser, can be used on a physical team, a magical team, all around great. But if you're focusing on just this beast of an AoE, non-elemental magic attack damage dealer that Sephiroth is, this is what you're going for, right? You're mostly going to run these 1, 2, 3, 4. Shinra Blade is just there to pull. You can replace this for whatever you want. Or let's just say your luck is not going towards this and you're getting more of these instead. Then obviously you mix and match. That's why I put all of it if you're trying to set it. But that is for Sephiroth's wish list. All 4 of these characters, you can't go wrong. I recommend that you guys kind of focus on one, make it OB6, get as much wish list out of it as you can before you try to pull for another character. Or just get that one banner and pull all the way down, right? Do all 3. If you can afford all 3 pages, do all 3 pages. Because it has guaranteed weapons all the way to the 3rd page, and you get 2 costumes. And every single costume here is the new meta, and they're all broken. And they're all powerful, and they buff each other, and they just have incredible stats. Non-elemental, huge amount of damage. I still think Zack's a lot better, because you can use a you can use an elemental character to do huge amounts of damage, right? And Zack being well over 1,000 fire, and Ifrit being in the game, his summon's going to do a ton of damage. He's going to do a ton of damage. As long as the enemy doesn't resist fire, any enemy in the game will be hit with fire damage, hitting well over 33, 35,000 or more, depending on how many overboosts you get of that weapon. So I think Zack is very fantastic here. So is Sephiroth. So is Cloud. So is Glenn. Just pick your favorite. They're all amazing. I just want to give you guys a wish list. Good luck on your pulls. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.